Anyway, post, listen, there's a live stream, and I'm just gonna, whatever comes up, I'm just gonna talk about it. But there was a shooting the other day. I heard about it, but I didn't care because I didn't listen to the details of it. Because you know what I mean. Like the information that they were saying didn't seem like there was no big deal. You know, but now that I get the details of it, it shows that there was a connection to Trump's head wound in that shooting, and so that's why I'm gonna just mention that. Uh, let's see if we get any people into the chat first. Um, what's interesting is before I talk about that, you know that Biden. Hold on 1 second. Let me, uh, let me just show you a picture real quick. Images of Biden looking like Joker. I mean, this Biden. I mean, his mouth. Look at that. He looks exactly like Joker. This Biden. His mouth is like a Joker. And why do they do that? Like why did they pick this Biden? this this big mouth dude. Well, of course, obviously, if you've seen my videos showing the connections to the presidents to each other, it's all connected to Elvis. That's why um, the connections between the presidents and all in the famous events that have occurred. And isn't it interesting that 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 if you were to put a crown, hold on 1 second. Let me just, if you were to put a crown on the word Joker, it would equal exactly the same. The O on top of Joker, you get DCLXVI, which is 666. So first of all, when I wrote this, I because I was not going to show it, I was just showing, I was going to rewrite it, but I didn't do it. So this is DCLXVI, which is 666 in Roman numerals. So the word Joker with the letter O, um, it's interesting that it equals that, right? And if you were to put um, um, if you were to put the word Joker and O Elvis, it would equal the same as Elvis DCLXVI, right? And I told you that 141.51 equals the word June 11th. 141.51, 192 is June 11th, right? Joker, O Elvis. And, well, it's the same as Elvis DCLXVI because O Joker equals DCLXVI, right? So that's why Elvis DCLXVI, which is 666 in Roman numerals. So the only number, DCLXVI is the 666, right, in Roman numerals. The only time that a date equals the same as with Elvis DCLXVI. So if you put Elvis with the 666 Roman numerals, it equals June 11th. It's the only date that matches Elvis with the 666 DCLXVI. And I've shown that, of course, in my 666 videos. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is when, like, over the, all these years, I've been trying to show you that it's coincidence after coincidence. Like I said, it's not a coincidence. It's 100% that these events are going to happen. The only question was what year and what is it they were looking for? Like, what is the end? for them, like the end number. But when you really think about it, there is no end number. But there's a moment in time where they're going to do these events, and it's got to happen on those days. So maybe it's not so much, you know, like what I'm trying to say is that they were waiting for a particular moment in time, and what is that moment in time? It's the reset moment. So when they do these events, that's when you know that the reset is here. That's all. That's all basically it is. Okay? And you're going to see when I do my reset videos again, because I have some reset videos, but I'm going to add, of course, uh, much more important connections because it goes into 2025 now. Because I was doing the 24-25 connections with the reset, but now it's directly connecting all of it to 2025. And again, like I told you guys, it's going to be a perfect puzzle, just like last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before. Okay? Because they're building a foundation, okay? And it has to be perfect before the climax can come, okay? It's coming to a crescendo, all right? Anyway, so this was no big deal, this information. And the Joker was the arch nemesis of Batman. You know what I mean? And Joker appeared in the very first Batman episode in 1940. Uh, but you know why I'm bringing that up is because, because Trump thinks he's Batman, but really Elvis is Batman. Trump is the Bruce Wayne character, you know what I mean, who is Batman. But you get what I'm saying? Because it's all about the twin. Trump is the image of the Antichrist. Elvis is a real Antichrist. Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh. So anyway, so Biden would be his nemesis. You know what I mean? Because that's the Joker is the arch nemesis of Batman, right? And that's why I was bringing up the Joker thing. But I didn't do a good job because I'm doing all this on the spur of the moment because that's why I didn't have the cards even ready, you know. Oh, and notice that the Joker, the crown is like it looks like a Joker thing, right? What is that thing that Jokers wear on their stupid heads? Um, anyway, I'll get to that shooting that happened at that water park. Like I said, when I first heard it, I didn't think anything of it, other than the water connection. But then when they said the details of the story, that's when I knew that it connected to Trump. You'll see what I'm talking about once you see it. Okay, now you know who the owner was of the Twin Towers? He had bought it. Look at this. It's 9/11. Right when I said it too. That's strange. Right when I said that too. I didn't even know that. And it turned from 9/11 to 9/12 as I was saying it. Anyway, so you know who the owners were? I mean, the owner was. He had bought it, purchased it a few months before. Who owned the Twin Towers before they fell? Let's see. Yeah, see, here he is. He bought it for $3.2 billion. So this dude, look. Larry Silverstein, you see it? Way at the top right there. And let me show you an image of him. Where's his image? They didn't even show the image of this dude. Larry Silverstein.
According to Wikipedia, Larry A. Silverstein is an American businessman.
Look at that face, man. Tell me that the face, man. Man. What a face, man. Anyway, so why am I bringing him up? This dude, before I show you, check this out. So look at this. His name is Silverstein, right? And look, Stein, whatever the hell. You know that stupid Mandela effect? It Stain or Stein? You see that? Isn't that weird? Is it Stain or is it Stein? That Baron crap, whatever the heck. Look, Stein is the word Elvis, right? Stein equals the exact same as the word Elvis. Every single number is the same, right? So this dude, Larry Silverstein, the owner of the Twin Towers, not only does he have the Elvis connection with Stein, but he's also got the silver, which is Elvis, Elvis, right? And then the R is the only letter, it's in the middle, 1-8. I mean, it's the 18th letter, right? 1-8. That's when Elvis was born. You have two Elvises. You see what I mean? Because he had twins. You know what I mean? And it was Twin Towers. You know, and his name Larry. And his name Larry. Look how close it is to the name Jesus. 3 out of the 4 numbers. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 numbers is the same. Look at that. Larry equals almost exactly the name Jesus. Look at that. See? You see how they mock, you know? And you know that, and you know Elvis, this is what a lot of the words Elvis equals. I'm sure there's more. I just couldn't think of them offhand because I don't have them written down. This is just off of my head, you know. So the words Elvis is 10 is equals the exact same. A twin, Julio, Tracy spelled with a Y, lives or lives, Levi's, evils, trees, steer, reset, water, Elvis. So you know, and he was a twin, get it? You know, A-T, win. A-T, win. Anyway, so, oh, and by the way, from Larry Silverstein's birth, to Elvis's death, it's almost look at that. From Larry Silverstein's birth to Elvis's death, it's, look at that, 16881 days. That's when Elvis was born on 1-8 and he died on 8/16. Look at that. It's 18816. You say it's almost, I'm just saying it's a strange coincidence, you know. No big deal. I'm just showing you miscellaneous crap, you know. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? The jester hat. Is that what it's called? Anyway, oh, so a former FBI assistant named Director Sweaker, whatever, said he fears the second 9/11 is coming, huh? Yeah. Yep. It's coming, all right. Unfortunately, you know, people think it's, you know, like I said, it's not going to be. First of all, there is going to be a tax, but not on land. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, unless it's a small attack, yeah. But I'm talking about there's not going to be any big attacks on the land until June 11th. But there's going to be probably attacks, something to do with ships. You know what I mean? Submarines or ships, who knows? But uh, you're going to have some kind of incident involving ships or submarines, um, and that's what's going to, you know, escalate things. You know. Anyway, so the other day, the day after Trump's birthday, I believe, um, it was Saturday. What was today's? Yeah, today's Monday. Yeah, it was Saturday, the day after Trump's birthday. Um, there was Trump was in Detroit. I mean, well, he was in Michigan. I don't know where he was, but he was in the state of Michigan, which is the 26th state, and you know the word God equals 26. And hold on. Well, hey, Sebastian, yeah, I didn't know that you were injured. Yeah, I hope you get well soon, man. God bless you. Yeah, I didn't know that. Anyway, pray for everybody. Pray for Sebastian, and pray for everybody in the chat. Anyway, so when Trump was in Michigan, the 26th state, and just real quick, let me see. I just want to see something real quick. Um, oh, so he was at a church speaking to. It was supposedly a black church, but you know, they had a lot of white audience at the time. But I'm sure there was a lot of black people, but they were in the back. Yeah, they didn't want too many black people around Trump. You know, unless they were paid. They didn't want any um, unknowns. You know. Anyway, so and the address was called 180 Church. What is that? What does that mean? 180. Because you know Elvis was born on 1/8, and that's a crown on 1/8. What does that even mean? What is the 180 Church?
According to 180 Church, Rockland, CA, in 1983, pastors Harlan and Jerry Matson pioneered 180 Church, which was originally launched as Crossroads Community Church in Rockland, California. The church was attended.
Is there a 180 Church in Michigan?
According to Detroit Free Press, formerly known as Evangel Church, the congregation has been in Detroit for 55 years, renaming itself during the COVID-19 pandemic as 180 Church to symbolize people turning their lives around.
Look at that. Turning their lives around. That's Elvis' lives. And look, it's 55 years. That's Satan's number, 55. You know? Satan equals 55, I mean, right? What does the 180 Church believe? Let's see. What is that? Yeah, they believe what, you know, what we believe. I mean, according to what it says, you know, who knows what they preach. Um, yeah, that's a trip. When was the 180 Church in Detroit, I mean, Michigan founded? Darn it. Um, I was looking for a date. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's 55 years, whatever. So anyway, Trump was there in Michigan, and there was a shooting. What state had the shooting at a water park? All right, here it is. It's outside of Detroit, which is in Michigan, right? And look at this. Look at the details of the story,
We
folks.
turn now to the rash of gun violence across the country over the weekend, including a mass shooting that left multiple people injured at a water park outside Detroit. And new details.
So it's a water park outside Detroit. Look, I wasn't gonna play this, but um, so water equals Elvis, right? That's the first clue that it connects to Elvis. Then remember, Trump is in Michigan.
This morning about the victims.
Not Michigan.
Our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, is tracking the latest from Washington. Pierre, good morning. Wait.
So Trump is in Michigan, not Detroit, but Michigan. And this is in Michigan, this shooting at a water park. All right, and I told you Elvis equals water.
Morning, there was an eruption of gunfire across 3 states. A painful reminder of this nation's greatest epidemic, as even the shootings have.
I'm stopping it that way I don't get a copyright. That way it could stay up, the video. So I don't know. I haven't seen this broadcast. So I don't know what they're going to say. I'm going to show you if they don't mention it.
A beautiful day at a water park in suburban Michigan turning into horror. A barrage of bullets starts to fly. Multiple victims from an active shooter. Just before 5 p.m. Saturday, an army of police and emergency personnel descending on the.
Like I said, sorry about that, folks. I just want to make sure that the video stays up. And by the way, when Trump was at this church on 180 Church, that's the name of it, 180 Church. Um, he even invoked either Abraham Lincoln or MLK. I can't remember. Somebody invoked something. I think with Abraham Lincoln. Of course, both of those people were assassinated.
Brooklyn splash pad, 25 miles from Detroit.
It was a scramble. People were falling, getting hit, trying to run.
9 people wounded, including a mother and her 2 children. Her 8-year-old son shot in the head, in critical condition. Her other 4-year-old son shot in the leg.
All right, did you hear that? There it is, right there.
Stable condition.
That's the key right there. Listen.
Pad, 25 miles
Listen to the details.
It was a scramble. People were falling, getting hit, trying to run.
9 people wounded, including a mother and her 2 children. Her 8-year-old son shot in the head, in critical condition. Her other 4-year-old son shot in the leg, in stable condition.
Did you hear that?
The mom wounded in her torso and leg.
Did you see that? So his brothers, one is 8 years old and one is 4 years old. And Trump was in Michigan, and I told you Trump's gonna get his head one on 8/4. And it was one day after his birthday, by the way. And 8/4, they said 8/4, and the kid was shot in the head. Did you hear that? And he survived, by the way, the kid. Did you get that? Did anyone not get what I was trying to show with that? No, listen, I'm going to leave the video up. This is no big deal video. This is, just me trying to give you guys something to watch because I don't have anything to show you guys. I'm trying to make something out of nothing, That's what I'm trying to do here. So, yeah. So the kid gets shot in the head. He's 8 years old. His brother gets shot and he's 4 years old. So there's your 8/4, Okay. And of course it was at a water park or water pad or splash pad. I don't know what that, but it's a water park. And Elvis equals water. And of course a gun was involved. Gun equals 42. Oh, and the shooter was 42. The shooter's age, his name was Michael Nash. Something like that. Something Nash. Nash, I think Nash equals 42. N is 14, A is 1, that's 15, S is 19, makes 34, and H is 8, makes 42. Even his last name, Nash, equals 42. So the shooter was 42, Nash is 42, and the word gun equals 42. You know, a lot of 42 connections there because it was two brothers. One was four. You know, two times four is eight. I'm just throwing stuff out. But anyway, the point is that the brother who got shot in the head was 8 years old. His brother got shot was 4 years old. So it's the 8-4 connection because 8-4 is when Trump gets his head wound, and Trump was in Michigan at the time of the shooting. That's the whole point. Okay, but I wasn't going to mention this until I heard the details of the 8-4. That's when I had to point it out. That was completely, it's 100% right there. It was connected to each other. And the fact that he was at 180 Church, 180, it's called. Elvis is born on 1/8, and the O is the crown. Come on, man. And it's the 26th date, which is God, the word God. You know, the word God equals 26. Oh, and also there's a connection. Oh, speaking of the 248, two brothers. Check this out. Two brothers. One is 4, one is 8. Guess what the area code of where they were at? The shooting was in Rochester. What was Where was the shooting? Ah, man, just where is Splash Pad Park in Michigan? I don't know what I'm asking. Wait a minute. Water Park in Michigan. All right, I'm about ready to lose it. See, I know where it is. I just wanted to see. Hold on. Where was the shooting in Michigan at a water park? Splash Park. Where's Splash Park in Michigan? I'm about ready to lose it. I can't. I want them to tell you where it was. I can't believe, man. It's like when you don't want information, it's like right there in front of you, you know? This is just unbelievable, man. Um, okay, here. Look. It's called Brooklands Plaza Splash Pad. I'm going to break this phone. Brooklands Plaza Splash Pad address. It's like it doesn't even have that. What is that? Am I saying it wrong? I'm going to break this phone. Hold on. Look, just to show you, look. It says at least 9 people were shot. That was the one, right? Rochester Hills, Michigan. Okay? It says Rochester Hills. All right? So look at this. Watch this. What is the area code for Rochester Hills, Michigan? 248. You see that? It was two brothers. One was 4, one was 8. You see what I mean? Is that crazy or what? And I told you that everything's connected to the 94, 95. Because my birthday is 9/4, but it lands on 9/5. And 9/5 is the 248th day of the year, and 9/4 is 248th day of the year on a leap year. And America is going to be 248 years old soon, in a few weeks. So Trump should get his head wound. That's what I'm saying. Again, like I told you guys, I'm not sure about what year. I mean, I wasn't sure about the year, but for sure it has to be next year if it doesn't happen this year, because next year is the end of the reset cycle. Okay, the reset is 24 and the 25 year. And for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, I've made videos about it, but I'm going to redo it with much more incredible connections soon. Um, uh, but America turns 248 years old, so you know, like I said, I still think that the Washington State event on June 11th should happen first. The Beast Out of the Sea event should happen first, then Trump's head moon. You know, because it doesn't make any sense that it happens first, but I guess it could. You know, because I know for sure that the dates are correct. Trump's head moon August 4th in Ohio, and June 11th the Washington State event. Some spectacular event that's going to happen on June 11th in the state of Washington. Get out of Washington State before for the people who didn't leave and who risked staying there. Let me tell you something. You're going to make the biggest mistake of your life because I know you guys think that this is some kind of clown show or something, but you will see. You are going to regret not leaving and not taking this seriously. And for the people who did take it seriously and did leave, let me tell you something. It's an absolute blessing that you actually believe, because if you don't leave next year, then I'm telling you that I don't know what's gotten into you. That is, if one day of your time or a little bit of money is stopping you from is causing you to risk your life, you're just stupid. You're just dumb. All right. And I feel sorry for you. But for the people who are going to take it seriously and make sure they're not there next year either, that's what I'm saying. If you guys aren't planning your escape from that area already, I don't know what you're going to do in there anyway. Get yourself out of Washington State before June 11th. All right. Do you really think that I would be telling people to get out of the state if I wasn't certain it was going to happen? You really think I'm that stupid? That I'm going to tell people you got to leave, sell everything? I mean, you people crazy or what? Because I'm trying to explain to you, it's 100% it's going to happen. I just wasn't sure about the year. All right. It's coming to a crescendo. I told you the climax is coming. All right. No pun intended. All right. Anyway, any last words? Anybody have anything to talk about? That's why let people mock me, laugh at me. I don't care. All right. I told you I don't do this for subscribers. I don't do this for any other reason except for this is my destiny. Yeah, that's right. Don Johnson. And by the way, Don Johnson has connections to Elvis too. I can't remember. I've shown a few things connecting with him. I just can't remember now what it was. But yeah, somebody's mentioned Don Johnson because he played somebody named Nash because that's what the shooter's name was, Nash. And Don, get it? But there was even another connection. Um, I think Don Johnson had a twin alligator named Elvis or something. Did Don Johnson have an alligator named Elvis? Look at this. What was the name of Crockett's alligator in Miami Vice? You. Who was Elvis on Miami Vice?
According to Miami Vice Wiki, fandom, Elvis is the pet alligator of Metro-Dade Detective James Sonny Crockett.
His name was Sonny Crockett, Don Johnson, right? Who played Sonny Crockett in Miami Vice?
Donald Wayne Johnson. According to Wikipedia, Donald Wayne Johnson is an American.
Look at that. D. Wayne Johnson. Is that unbelievable? That's the Rock Johnson, Dwayne, Donald Wayne. Can you believe this? Don Johnson. And I told you he had an alligator named Elvis. That's why I remember talking about him. And look at his name was James Crockett on the show. JC, Jesus Christ. Just like that, that Carpenter dude I always tell you about. That John Carpenter, the They Live guy who did an Elvis movie. And Elvis used to go around saying his name was John Carpenter before John Carpenter was even famous. Nobody even knew who John Carpenter was when Elvis was using the name John Carpenter to go incognito. And because John Carpenter was one of the names that Elvis played in a movie in Change of Habit, he played a doctor named John Carpenter. And John Carpenter is born on 116, which is the 611 backwards. And he was born in 48, which has the 8-4 backwards. See what I mean? It's 8-4-6-11. My two predictions with John Carpenter, JC, Jesus Christ, right? And Jesus was a carpenter. And who did he marry? His first wife, John Carpenter, was Adrienne Barbeau. Adrienne Barbeau is born on June 11th in 45. So the 45 connection with the 611. 6/11/45 she was born. And he married her. That was his first wife. The Beautiful Mind guy was named Nash too? Wow. Good one. I didn't know that. Yeah. That's right. Interesting. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Joe. Good catch. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good comments. 36 bullets left on the scene at that water park. Is that what you're saying? Don Johnson was a coach in the NBA and he coached Steve Nash. Man, you guys come up with some like like hidden info nobody would even think of, man. Good one. See, that's why I always tell you guys about participating in the chat. Even if I know the information, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you if I don't know it. Like right now, I didn't know like 2 or 3 of the things you guys said just now, but most of the information I'm gonna know if it connects to Elvis. You understand? So that's why I tell people just say it, but don't get mad when I tell you, oh yeah, I know that, or yeah, that's right, I mentioned that in the past. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got the son in the name. And his name was Sonny Crockett, too. Besides Johnson. But anyway. But you see what I'm saying? How it all has all these connections? And you know that the on the day, because the Celtics won, and by the way, I didn't come up with this, but they say that Biden's code name is Celtic, the Celtic or something like that. Is that true? Someone mentioned that to me, or I heard it on somebody else's channel. I can't remember now. What is that? What his name is? Celtic, Biden's code name. Hold on. No, I can't remember now. But when was Jax Taylor on Vanderpump Rules born?
On July 11th, 1979, according to Amazon.com.
No, I don't know. I don't know why I mentioned him. But that's interesting because this happened in Shelby Township. This shooting, the county, I think. I can't remember why I mentioned him now. But it's 7/11. It's 6 months, 11 days into the year. Why? What happened? What happened with him? He's 44 years old. I can't remember why I mentioned that story. He must be like a twin on the show or something, or a brother. I don't know. Does Jax Taylor have a brother or a twin? No, I can't remember why I mentioned him. Oh yeah, Don Johnson's daughter is Dakota Johnson. I didn't know that. I might have heard of it, but I didn't. I don't remember. Why can't I remember why I mentioned that dude? Yeah, I can't remember now. I know that I think Vanderpump equaled Washington or something like that. Yeah, I think Vanderpump, the word Vanderpump equaled Washington, but I can't remember why I mentioned Jax Taylor, other than Taylor Swift connection, but I don't remember what was his show. What was his? Oh, that was his name on the show. Oh, because there was a shooting, I think, with this guy's name in it. This is his real name, Cauchi, Cauchi or something, and and there was a shooting with a guy with that name, I think, or something like that. Because that's Jax Taylor's real name is Jason Michael Cauchi, Cauchi, whatever the hell, man. My brain's not working. There was some other reason I can't remember now. It must be what it equaled or something. Yeah. Anyway, the this you know the day that the I was mentioning the Celtics. The Celtics, I think the code name for Biden is Celtic or something like that. And uh, man, man, why is my brain not working? Uh, they won in Massachusetts, right? And their area code where they play is the 617 area code. And today was 617 when they won the championship. Um, and and also check this out. The one game that they lost was I think on Trump's birthday. Hold on. When was Game 4 of the NBA Finals?
Last Friday, the Celtics lost.
June 14th. Look, I want you to see this. All right, hold on. What was the final score of the Game 4 of the NBA Finals?
Last.
Watch this. Just let me show you the date first. Look at this. It's Friday, June 14th. That's Trump's birthday. June 14th, okay? June 14th is Trump's birthday. Look at this. Watch this. Oh, before I show you that, look at this. How many days is in between Trump's birthday and August 4th? 1 month, 22 days if you add the day. When you include the final days, 1 month, 22 days between 6/14 and 8/4, okay? All right? 6/14 to 8/4. Remember, this happened on Friday, June 14th. This basketball game that the Celtics lost, the only game they lost. Look at the score. Look at the score. It was 122 to 84. And this happened on Trump's birthday. 122 to 84. And what did I just show you? From Trump's birthday to 84 is a 122. 1 month, 22 days. And the score was 122 to 84. And it happened on 6/14. And 6 times 14 equals 84, by the way. Did you see that? I mean, I thought that was crazy. When I saw that, I go, what the hell? Because I know that's why I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I go, wait a minute. In between 6/14 and 8/4 is 1 month, 22 days. You know? Yeah, William, we talked about that. That's why the person was asking me about it. The iPad Goat when they put out that video, that's why I was showing that on the screen. But there was some other reason that I was showing this one particular person that they were focusing on that iPet goat. I just can't remember why I mentioned it now. It had to do with probably what it equaled or something. I don't know. Oh, and you know who won that game? It was Dallas, and that's where Trump got his head wound. Right there, there it is. The team that won the game against the Celtics, the game four. You see that? There's your connection again, because it was Dallas, right? And the game was in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. Dallas Mavericks, right? Isn't that who was playing? Am I right on that? Because I told you I don't follow this stupid stuff. Helicopter Moon, is there something? Are you okay? No, seriously, is there something wrong with you right now? I'm talking about, interesting stuff here, and you're babbling about what? You know? And look at this, the total points of that game was 206, and that's Seattle's area code too. And that same day they were doing that demolition of the Stoneman Douglas demolition of that shooting that happened in Florida. You see all this stuff that was going on, and I told you that shooting, they put up a guy that looks like me as their main character. You know, let me show you his face, and you'll see what I'm talking about. He was the main character. See this? Look at that. Look at it. He's wearing the glasses too. This is the father of one of the kids that was shot, and that kid was born on August 4th, and it happened on the 45th day of the year, and Trump's the 45th president. You see what I'm saying? And he was 17 years old, and he was 17 years old, and Trump's gonna get his head in Ohio, the 17th state. You see what I'm saying? How it all connects, and wait a minute. There was something else. Oh wow, now I can't remember. Oh, Trump Tower. Now I think of it, Trump Tower opened on 2/14/1983. So 2/14 is the 45th day of the year, and 1983 is the only year in the 1900s when put into the calculator, gematria calculator. If you write out the words 1983, it equals 216. And Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4, and it was the 45th day of the year, and Trump's the 45th president. You see what I'm saying? And Trump is the 44-45 president, and 2/14 is 2 times 14 is 28. 2 plus 14 is 16. 28 plus 16 is 44. So you have another connection right there because he was 44-45. So the 2/14 connects to the 44 and 45. You see that? If you play with it, the numbers. But in 1983 is when it opened. And right now, um, wait a minute. How old would it be? 17. Trump was 37 years old when it opened. That's what I was going to say. Trump Tower was 37, the EL connection, you see? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by YouTube heading. I don't get what you're saying. But there's hundreds and hundreds of videos about Elvis being Bob Joyce, the pastor in Arkansas. But it's not Elvis. But he looks like Elvis, talks like Elvis, walks like Elvis, sings like Elvis, has the same mannerisms as Elvis, but it's not Elvis. He if he didn't if he shaved off his beard, this guy, and didn't comb his hair like Elvis, he would not look anything like Elvis. But because he has a beard that covers his face, and he wears his hair in a way that Elvis would wear, that's why he kind of looks like. I mean, not kind of. Literally, the guy is a if Elvis were to be older, he probably would look just like that. But Elvis would be 10 years older than what this guy looks like. This guy looks like he's in his early 70s or late 60s. Elvis would be 90 years old next year, So I'm just saying. Oh yeah, Jude Law, you think looked like Elvis in that AI movie? You know, that ending of that movie when the guy was looking for the blue. What was he looking for again? The blue something, I forget. Every time it was really so sad. The ending where he's sitting there. He wants to be a human in there, and he's sitting there looking at the blue lady, whatever. I can't remember what the heck it was called. That was a real trippy film. That AI. Yeah. I've actually watched that a few times, that show. You know, that AI show. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, Keanu Reeves is born 2 days before me, yeah. In Beirut, Lebanon, where I was born. Somebody's mentioning Keanu, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, all right, folks. I'm done. I'm gonna leave this video up till tomorrow. Like I said, eventually I'll just delete all these videos, but I'm gonna leave it up for right now. Um, anyway, God bless all of you, and even though I say all you guys, most of you guys are, I shouldn't say most, 90%, way more than most is, lukewarm, lazy, unappreciative bums, but you'll all, most of them will repent in the near future when my predictions come to fruition. Then they'll realize why I've been warning everybody to, and trying to get them to listen for all these years, folks. Please go to YouTube, find anybody who is doing what I'm doing. When I say doing what I'm doing, I'm saying staying with the same prediction, same dates, same places, same people for all these years, and dedicating their life to it. Find me one. You will not find one on YouTube. All right? Do you understand? Is there anyone here who wants to refute that? Is there not a single person on YouTube that's dedicated their whole life to to these two predictions and have never changed their prediction, never changed the place, the dates, or the people? Go show me. Show me one. You won't find it. Wait, Elvis wasn't in that AI movie, was he? I don't know what you guys are talking about. He wasn't in the AI movie. They're saying Jude Law looked like Elvis or something like that in that movie, like a young Elvis or something. But I mean, I wouldn't go that far. But anyway, Any last words, folks? Yeah, Teresa, you understand what I'm saying. There's nobody on YouTube who's done what I've done. And there's nobody who has a 7-part video. I mean, 7 parts, okay? And the only thing I would tell people, anybody who's new to the channel and you watch those 7 parts of the 666 Elvis connections, just disregard the part about the 2024s. Just every single thing that doesn't have anything to do with 2024, just look at that information. Don't worry about the rest. Every 666 connection, every connection to is perfect to Elvis. Nobody has all those connections to the 666 like Elvis does. Impossible. All right. And I'm going to redo every one of those videos, but I'm going to make them even better. The 666 videos. I'm going to connect everything to Elvis to 666. I'm going to connect everything to Elvis to Satan, to Lucifer, and to the Antichrist. And of course, to the reset and to June 11th. You are going to lose your mind when you see this information. Okay? Like I said, I told you everything is going to be perfect every year until the crescendo climax, apex, end of this puzzle happens, which is at the reset point, which is next year. All right? For this June 11th event. Now, as far as the August 4th Trump head wound, like I said, it could happen this year still. I'm not 100% that it's not going to happen on August 4th, but you would think that the B side of the sea event would happen first, the June 11th event, then the August 4th Trump head wound. So we'll see. Oh, sorry. So we'll see what they do, folks, because it doesn't have to be in chronological order. Because according to the way the Bible reads in Revelation, there's some parts that are not chronological. That's why I don't understand it. You know, could they, do something differently, and then make it all come together later? I don't know. We'll see. All I know is that August 4th, Trump gets his head wound, whether it's this year or next year, in Ohio. And then Washington State gets struck on June 11th. All right, Washington State, June 11th. Now, and somehow it connects to Elvis after. But what is it that's going to happen on June 11th? Like I said, could it be that nuke attack that everyone's been waiting for? Of course, when I say nuke, we don't believe in nukes. But they're going to be planting explosives everywhere around Washington State probably, and just waiting to set them off to make it look like a nuke. And what it could cause is back-to-back cataclysm events. Whatever, man. I hate that word. Catastrophic events. That's what it could cause. So that means that if they start with this supposed nuke, then it could set off an earthquake, that could set off a tsunami, that could set off a volcano. Who knows? Yeah, Teresa, we'll see what they do, We'll see. Yeah, they could trigger an earthquake and then do the explosives and make it look like it was a nuke. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video.